So it's actually been a while since I've done this kind of video. You can see there's a major change in scenery here since my last video. That's because I've been doing a lot of work in my apartment, and it's led to basically this. Um, a little bit of it is because I've just wanted to complete some stuff that happened in my life where my apartment got really unorganized. But it's also got to do with better therapy, medical therapy specifically. Like my therapy by itself was okay, but I was just starting it, so there wasn't a whole lot with that until recently. Also, you kind of see my shirt here. It's basically the embodiment of my cat, being the very hyper kitty she is. She loves to you know use this really clean and organized apartment and make it into a mess. So yeah, I thought that was a funny shirt to put on. It's also um, kind of what I'm trying to build upon in this video is a little bit of my previous content. Not a lot. It not related to Charlie, but with DarkViperAu, I made a video a while ago about some drama that happened, basically, and it wasn't really that great. Um, I don't think I put a lot of effort into it. So honestly, I just want to do it again, and I know it's gonna be really echoey. I don't really care. Um, but anyway, so what I wanted to say was that when I made my video, I was trying to talk about the brand basically, and the brand here in this situation would have been like Dark Viper's channel. You know how he treats people, like in relation to like the channel. And I think really going forward, in my life, and then also really learning more from Charlie. I've come to understand more about what the brand really means, and also watching other creators as well. Having a brand is actually really essential to having a good, revenue stream. As a business, you have to have some kind of patent, trademark, or something that basically says, okay, this is the kind of video or product that I want to sell to customers, and I don't want other people having that idea, and taking it. And I think the drama at the time really, it touched on that a bit, but I don't think it really showed, the full story as the way I would have wanted it to be. So I just wanted to make this video because it seemed important enough that there's more nuance to having a brand, that it's not like whatever happened, people's opinions will be the same, right? But overall, I think it's honestly more important to understand that the way that I kind of labeled the video and all of that, in the way that I presented it, seemed kind of like as if Dark Viper was not a great person, but for the reason of having this brand being him as a person, but that's not actually true, and it shouldn't be true because it's actually really important, and it would be more important if that wasn't the case, right? A streamer that I actually really got to understand that from was this guy corgi cam, and I still don't really understand how I got to interact with this person. I think it was through a different one, a different streamer called Vixie. But anyway, um, so it really helped me to understand what that really means to have a brand, and I really thought that having a perspective about that and updating it in the video would be important to some people who really think that having a very honest opinion that doesn't take away from what I said previously, um, but just basically kind of revises it and makes it a bit more factual. Because a lot of what I've been trying to do in my life is to be a lot more in tune with reality, like being organized, for example, as I am here, and having a way to like write my ideas down and make sure that it leads to something positive, because that's really what I feel is really important, to have whatever it is that I do plan it well, and then also have it be a very happy thing. And I didn't feel like that video by itself was very happy, and there are clearly things that's just been really easy to do, like make this video and change that. I think also when you have a business, um, or even not, even if you don't have a business or a brand or anything like that, you kind of want to treat your life as the business in a way. When you actually want to be successful and to have this kind of success kind of like ruminate your whole life, or I'm not really sure what the word is, but basically you want it to have as much of a impact as it can, like in socializing, in employment, anything that you do, professionally, personally, and by yourself or with other people. You want it to have the best possible impact, because anything that would damage that would just damage your personal well-being as well. And so I actually plan to release some more videos, like talking about Charlie and stuff like that, but also just some things about myself that are really important. Um, Sort of like the videos I made about the Discord situations that I had before. Um, I thought those are really helpful to go over those, and I want to make sure that I get to cover that as much as I can. So if you've seen this far into the video, thank you. Um, my AC turned on, so it's gonna get a bit loud. So I'm just gonna call it, and hope you have a great day. Bye bye.